I'm here with the new owner of JD Air. Some things have changed in the recent times with JD Air.
They have, yes. I bought JD Air parts from Darwin Berry about 13 months ago. It was last June. Darwin had taken this company for about 18, almost 20 years, really shaped it into one of the, if not the leading aftermarket parts company for RVs, and did a phenomenal job with it. He passed it on basically with the intent of wanting to make it, see something continue. We know each other. We both have RV7s. He won Grand Champion in 21. I came back in 22, and he kind of helped me understand what it takes to create a beautiful aircraft. I was fortunate enough to win a bronze Lindy, and that gave me, I think, a lot of an opportunity to understand what RVs mean to people who want to make them beautiful. Mm-hmm. And so ultimately he reached out to me and said, "I'm interested in selling the company. You want to take the reins?" And so we did. We started a process, and ultimately got the deal finished June of last year.
Awesome.
So for me, this has been really an outlet to allow me to not only share my passion for aviation, but without question, the most exciting part for me about building it was creating my own solutions. So there's a problem, or there's something that I want or that I need or that I want my airplane to do, and so I would create things. And this is my absolute outlet to be able to do that.
Yeah. One thing I find interesting about JD Air Parts is you're known for a lot of different things. Mm-hmm. And like for me, my, I guess, gateway drug was the Canopy latch.
Yes.
For others, it's the tail wheel.
Yep.
And now you're branching off into some new territory that we haven't seen before.
Completely new territory. We've created two new companies. One is AeroMolle. AeroMolle.com is our website. And then the other is EVA foam. So we're doing EVA foam interiors as well. Really what we're trying to do is just bring more value, more options, and more new things that people aren't aware of. The Molle panel systems have been in military, law enforcement, and off-roading for over a decade, and for whatever reason, it's never made that transition over to aviation. This is the first time it's been introduced, and like in particular, this is my RV7 side panel. So I put this in the back baggage of my aircraft, and we attach it using a few different mechanisms depending on the type of aircraft. But the beautiful part about it is it secures all of your product, whether you're carrying backcountry gear, whether you're carrying fire extinguishers. This one's my favorite because it's, I live in Colorado. We fly in the mountains a lot. This sits behind my flat tower. That mounts permanently to the airplane. That stays in all the time. It's about 5-6 ounces. Whenever we want to fly up and over the mountains, we just snap it in. So this is really the combination of adding utility, storage, safety, whatever you want to bring with you. And the beautiful thing about this is most of this stuff, when it comes to attachments and ways to adhere or affix, it's Amazon. You search Amazon for Molle panel quick release attach brackets, you'll spend hours and hours searching through things, depending on what you want to hold. We've even got a new product line with it. So we're normally doing 1/8 inch aluminum, but now we're offering peak carbon fiber. This is 3D printed. It's not printed like most people think with the filaments. This is printed with a $1 million 3D printer that puts it down in sheets. And this stuff is incredibly strong. In fact, we've got a display that we're holding a 60-pound kettlebell with one of these panels. So, but it's about a 63% weight savings compared to the same size aluminum part. Aluminum's already light. You start throwing this in and your plane doesn't even notice it. So yeah, so these are our mounting systems for inside the cockpit. Typically we surface mount these, and this is how we do that. So we've created two of them for the purpose of being able to access behind the panel or not. If you have access behind a panel, this is a great example of it. This is my RV7 seat pan. I have access to the back side of the panel. So as I'm doing my layout of this, you determine your orientation of the panel, whether it's vertical, upside down, however you want to do that. You place it, and you do your 4 holes. We do a minimum of 4 fasteners per panel. That gives you the 10-pound rating. So once you've established your 4 holes, and if I have that access to the back side, now I've got my hole. I take my round mounting PEM stud, put a little adhesive on it that keeps it from spinning. Once it's cured, you'll just stick it through the hole, just like that. That then mounts on one of our threaded 832 standoffs. These are aluminum machined. We get them anodized in quite a few different colors. Whoops. Oh. Then we take that, screw it on. Now you have your 1-inch standoff. That gives you something to mount to, and you can choose your 832 hardware, whatever that is. You want stainless, you want cap screws, button screws, you want to do titanium, completely your choice. The alternative is mounting to a panel that you don't have access to. This again is my setup in my RV7. My RV7 has 2 side panels in the back, and the back is inaccessible. This panel is pop riveted in. I cannot get behind it. So once I've chosen my mounting holes, I still drill through into the panel. And instead of reaching in behind, I now use this. This is a face mounted. So what we do is we take that stud in one of the holes that I have drilled, and I stick the stud through it. Now I am directly aligned with the hole that I have just drilled. I drill that, I put a cleco in, I drill that, take it out, turn it over, pop rivet and pop rivet. Put 2 blind rivets on the plate. Now I am face mounted to it. Now mine, I have carpet, so I have a longer setup that allows you to punch through. If you've got some barrier that's on the face of the panel, you can go through that with a longer PEM stud. Once that's blind riveted to your surface, then it screws on just like any other one, and you mount with your screw just like that. That's pretty much the basics of it. And we've got them for a few different types of aircraft. We're expanding it. We've had conversations with other manufacturers here at the show. We're going to line up some other discussions with them. So we're just trying to bring as much safety and utility to aircraft as we can. And one thing that we're really excited, it's on the roadmap that we'll hopefully be releasing in the next 60 to 90 days, is our secret tool bag.
Okay, excellent.
Our secret tool bag will be about a 30-piece toolkit made out of peak carbon fiber.
Okay.
That is, it's not intended to be a Snap-on Craftsman lifetime warranty. This is a literally 1-pound tool bag. Yep. That will have 15 wrenches, 18 deep sockets, shallow sockets, and 2 working ratchets for all carbon fiber weight reduction. That was the whole purpose of it.
So you get stuck in the back country, you need a quick fix, that's your tool bag.
That's your tool bag. You get 3 gallons of fuel back, so because you're not carrying 20 pounds of steel tools. Yep. Instead, you're carrying a 1-pound tool bag with some other miscellaneous, and you can get 3 more gallons of fuel in your boat.
But not the tool bag you pull out for scheduled maintenance.
Absolutely not. No, that's back in the hangar. Yep. Or at an FBO or somewhere where you may need hard steel tools. This is, but I will tell you, these peak carbon fiber are exceptionally strong and exceptionally durable. Yep. If you used them 20 times, they'll look the same on the first try as they do after 20. But we're still testing them. We're hoping to have that rolled out here in about 60 to 90 days. Wow,
that's an amazing safety net.
Absolutely.
Let me know when those come out. I'm going to add that to my order as well.
We will do it. What we're releasing at the show brand new with our product line, this is our lightweight tow bar. This is carbon fiber and aluminum with aluminum grabbers, and ultimately it's an actuated. You counterclockwise to open it up. It grabs your tail wheel configuration. Screw it clockwise to close it, and we allow for adjustment of these tabs inside and out so it matches exactly your setup. The worst thing you can do is put a tow bar on your tail and it's not set up correctly and it can slip forward or slip off. So that's what the adjustability is with this, is it gives you a nice secure grab. It weighs about 1.6 pounds, super lightweight. It will come in 3 sections. We're taking orders on it now, and we're going to have it sent out probably by early September. So this is really, really exciting for us. The goal was to have tow bar you could take with you. So really, really exciting.
We're known for kind of starting the tailwheel world, right?
The tailwheel has always been recognized as needing an upgrade. The one for vans, the stock tailwheel, it works fine, but over time tends to wallow out, tends to have a little breakdown of the materials. It uses a brass bushing. So what we've done is we've developed a precision manufactured replacement for it. So our tailwheel fork and yoke combination, these are manufactured together, so the tolerances are very, very tight. And that helps with making sure that it has a longevity, lots of durability. We use sealed bearings instead of the brass bushing. We utilize a sealed bearing and rod bearings. And the expression I hear the most from people who try this is, it's like butter. So if you've flown the old style and moved to this, every single pilot that does it makes the comment of how incredible the change is. We also eliminate the traditional chain setup. So if you've got the standard RV, it typically runs a dual control arm with 2 chains that run to the bottom of the rudders. We change that and we go to a steering link. And this steering link is spring loaded. So it has springs inside, both in tension and in compression. So that reduces that load as you're coming in to land. This has been a staple in the industry. I ship all around the world. People make the change and they love going from the chains to the steering link because their inputs go from large to very small, just little tiny inputs, because it's a direct connect from the rudder to the control arm. So that's what we've always been known for. In addition to the tail wheel, we do things like rudder pedal extensions. These help change the geometry of your foot position so your foot doesn't have to be all the way into your rudder pedal in order to get that movement on it. This allows you to back that heel off. And the most common comment is, I'm no longer on my brakes. I don't ride my brakes anymore. So those are extremely popular. We've also been known for many years on our vent and fairing combination. So this is your fuel vent. This takes the place of the stock standard one. It also has a secondary bypass, so if the main gets clogged, it has an additional port to make sure that your lines stay clear. This is our drain fairing. So this would go around your sump drain and has a little Allen wrench screw that you screw in and it attaches, gives it a little bit more of an aerodynamic feature. These are very, very popular. Sold a lot here at the show. Next one we have is our grab handles. This is for the slider. This particular design is for the RV 6, 7, and 9 for the roll bar. This helps significantly with getting in and out of your aircraft. We do this out of machined aluminum, very high quality, nice finish, smooth. And we've recently added the RV 8. We've changed the design a little bit. The contour on the 8 is much sharper. So this is something that the RV8 guys are eating this up, and we had a really exciting thing yesterday because just yesterday I was meeting with a gentleman who's been putting this together to adapt it to our handle, and this is for the formation pilots who still want to be able to have that mirror close proximity, and this mates it with our existing bolt system that screws in from the front. So this is a really exciting add for us, and we're working with him to include these too. So the other thing we're really known for is our Canopy latch. In fact, our latch is so popular, if you go down to the Vans booth and see their RV14 demonstrator, you'll see it on their plane as well. So we've been known for this. The Canopy latch takes the place of the existing one, which is it's not the best function, and ultimately we designed this to allow for a nice clean fit. I now offer a cutting template because cutting that hole in the side is a very nerve-wracking thing for pilots, and we have the new steel template, so you can cleco this to the side of the skin, helps you do a nice boundary so that you can prevent wandering bits or however you choose to cut it. And the other exciting thing we're introducing at the show is this is the first time we've introduced the locking option. So this, we don't sell the cam lock, you get to choose that, but ultimately we have added a hood to the end of the latch, and this allows you to operate it at an airport. You want to just close it and put your stuff inside, maybe go to breakfast, go to a pancake, whatever, pancake breakfast. This allows you to keep your stuff safe and does a nice little security feature. So,
You who've known JD Air Parts since the beginning under Darwin, I guess the message is you're here stronger and better than ever. Darwin's still looking in and apart, and
Darwin is as happy as can be. Number one, he's in retirement. If you've ever been here at Oshkosh, he does the helicopter loop flights. He's been doing that for many, many years. He's able to fully retire, but he definitely, I check in with him all the time, still ask him a couple questions here and there. We did share a really a deep conversation not too long ago that he had just shared with a friend of his that he could not have been happier with who took over the company.
Awesome.
Because when you build such an established and reputable brand like he did, it's important to you to pass that on. You want it to continue. And our goal is high quality products, lots of utility, and being known for having fantastic products that really help you extend the use of your aircraft.
Excellent. So where does someone go to find some of these parts?
Great question. So the regular website has never changed, jdair.com. It's been there for years. We're just about to roll it over with an update, so it'll have a different look, different feel, but all of the new the existing products and new products. Our AeroMolle is aeromolle.com, AeroMolle. It's not a Y, it's an E. So aeromolle.com, and our EVA interiors is AeroEVA.com. So great way to find us, all pretty easy, and we're really excited.
Awesome. It's a pleasure to
Thank you.
Get a chance to sit down and talk with you. And
appreciate you coming by.
We'll see you at the rest of the show and in the years to come.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for joining, watching 14 Victor Echo. We'll see you next time.